news update on top Accolade News. In the world spinning between crisis and connection, from Brussels to Beijing, tonight's headlines cut across power, politics, and the human pulse. From Pope Leo's call for truth in journalism to Jamaica's struggle against gun terror and the NBA's high-stakes return to China. These are the stories that shape our global moments. The headlines. Von der Leyen survives double no-confidence vote in EU Parliament. Pope Leo urges media to resist clickbait and uphold truth. Britain signs £350 million missile contract with India. Hamas to free all Israeli hostages on the new Gaza ceasefire deal. We start in Brussels. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen solidified her leadership on Thursday after the European Parliament decisively rejected two no-confidence motions from far-right and left-wing lawmakers. The first motion was defeated by 378 votes and the second by 383, a slight improvement from July's challenge. Critics had accused her of mishandling trade negotiations with the US and South America, claiming the deal threatened European farmers and the environment. Despite the symbolic nature of the vote, the result underscored her continued control of a fractured legislature. In the post on X, she thanked lawmakers for her confidence, vowing closer cooperation to address Europe's economic and geopolitical challenges. This was not just a vote of confidence, it was a reminder that stability still matters in Brussels. From the corridors of power to the voice of conscience, a moral warning from the Vatican. Pope Leo on Thursday urged global news agencies to reject clickbait journalism and safeguard truth amid the rise of artificial intelligence, warning that technology must never replace human judgment. The pontiff praised reporters covering wars in Gaza and Ukraine and called for the release of jailed journalists. In an age of algorithm and outrage, Leo's message is that truth must remain human-made. Speaking of power and precision, Britain's defense deal with India signals a new global strategy. Britain has signed a £350 million contract to supply India's army with UK-made lightweight missiles from fields in Northern Ireland, securing 700 jobs and marking a new phase in defense cooperation. Announced during Prime Minister Keir Starmer's visit to Mumbai to meet Indian counterpart Narendra Modi, the deal builds on a broader weapon partnership and follows a £250 million naval engine agreement. As London arms, New Delhi, diplomacy and defense are fusing into Britain's new export strategy. From diplomacy to conflict, a fragile peace flickers in Gaza. US President Donald Trump announced that Hamas will release all Israeli hostages in Gaza on October 13th, following a ceasefire agreement brokered under his 20-point US peace plan. The deal includes prisoner exchanges, Hamas disarmament, and Gaza's reconstruction. Trump spoke with hostages' families, who thanked him for securing the accord, though he did not clarify if deceased captives are included. With more than 67,000 Palestinians killed since 2023, Gaza remains shattered. A fragile truce must stop the bombs, but not the grief they've sown. You're watching the Global News Update on Top Accolade News. Do stay with us. Still to come. Thanks for staying with us. In Britain, tragedy strikes at the place of worship. Police in northwest England says the 35-year-old assailant who killed two worshippers in Manchester's Eaton Park Congregation Synagogue pledged allegiance to ISIS in a 999 call during the October 2nd rampage. The assailant, later shot dead by police, was on bail for alleged rape and had no prior record of extremism. 6 suspects have been arrested as investigators probe possible accomplices. The attack has left Britain's Jewish community reeling and reignited national debate over anti-Semitism and radicalization. Faith should never be a target, nor hate its weapon. From Britain's tragedy to Jamaica, where gang violence leaves a nation mourning its children. Authorities in Jamaica have enforced curfews in Kingston and Linstead after two brutal shootings left 6 people dead, including a 4-year-old and 9 others wounded in suspected gang violence. The latest attack on Tuesday saw gunmen open fire on a group in the capital, killing a teenager and injuring several children. Prime Minister Andrew Holness condemned the assaults as criminal terrorism, while Police Commissioner Kevin Blake urged residents to stop sheltering perpetrators. Despite a 41% drop in homicide this year, the killings highlight Jamaica's persistent struggle with gun violence, fueled by weapons smuggled from the US. Each child lost in the bullets is a wound on the nation's soul. A royal warning on the emotional toll of tech. Britain's Princess of Wales, Kate Middleton, has cautioned that smartphones and digital devices are driving an epidemic of disconnection, harming children's emotional development. In the joint essay with Harvard professor Robert Waldinger, Kate urged parents to foster real-life connection, noting that strong human connection are key to lifelong happiness. The mother of 3 said babies raised in an attentive, loving environment develop vital social skills. In an age of constant scrolling, Kate's message is that connection begins with looking up. And finally, a comeback that's making global headlines. The NBA returns to China. The NBA made its long-awaited return to China on Thursday, staging its first game in Macau since the 2019 fallout over the Hong Kong protest and unveiling a new multi-year partnership with tech giant Alibaba. The Brooklyn Nets and Phoenix Suns will face off in the 2 sold-out preseason games under a 5-year deal with Sands China, signaling renewed ties after years of political tension. Alibaba Cloud will serve as the league's official AI and cloud partner, enhancing fan engagement across China's 300 million basketball players. The NBA's bounce back in China isn't just about sports. It's a masterclass in rebuilding trust through business. From Gaza's fragile hope to Jamaica's grief, tonight's story reminds us that our world is shaped by choice between truth and lies, hate and healing, division and unity. As we navigate these currents, let's hold fast to what binds us, our shared humanity. For Top Accolade News, I'm Mojo Romeo Kocha. Do have a wonderful day and keep watching the global news updates on Top Accolade News.